What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about the new Avengers. Should we be excited for the new Avengers? Well, probably not. Scopely is desperate for you to build this team. They announced it already that this is going to be required for the next legendary character, which supposedly is going to be a tech raid team, city, Green Goblin. They are trying to hype up the next legendary as much as possible, but yeah, one of the requirements is going to be the new Avengers. And for the new Avengers we have Tigre, which you can see right now on the screen. We have Agent Coulson, we have the Thing, we have Mockingbird, and we also have Ronin. Now, something has to be said about all of these 5 characters is that they have been data mined for a very long time. Ronin, Mockingbird, and Tigre, they were data mined probably like 3 years ago or so. These characters have been developed for a very long time, and Scopely was just waiting for the right moment to release these characters. And is it right now the right moment? We don't know for sure, but maybe Scopely is developing the Isoate Purple, or the Blue Red Stars, or or the Purple Red Stars, or the Green Red Stars. Maybe they are developing mods. Are we finally going to get mods in Marvel Strike Force? I really wish, but probably not the case. Now, this is going to be a big deal because, once again, they already told you that this is going to be required for the next legendary character, and on top of that, they made an event specifically for this. They want you so bad. They want you so bad to build up this team that they are even giving you tons and tons of gold, gear, and so on, so you can put on your new Avengers. So, is it something that you should really build? Because if you take a look at the characters themselves, if you take a look at their kits, they are not great. They are so bad that they are not even good for Blitz. It's terrible. Why are you developing, or why are you releasing a team that is just made for Alliance Wars, and outside of Alliance Wars they are just terrible? We're going to talk about exactly why they are so bad outside of Blitz. There are 2 specific factors on that, and then we're going to take a look at the kits of Tigre and also of the other characters, and why the kits are just such a nothing burger. It's so frustrating that they are releasing this character, that they are forcing us to build, and then the team is just so disappointed. For Nova, they required us to build the Masters of Evil with Kang after the rework, which was a great team. Like Titania, she's quite decent. Absorbing Man, it has its value. Ultron, it's okay. Moonstone, she's pretty decent with stuns and traumas that you can use not only in Alliance War, in Cosmic Crucible, but also Alliance Wars, Blitz, and so on. So that team adds some value. For Black Cat, we were required to build Nowhere, which is a okay team. At least they work on Blitz. You can use Nova in Cosmic Crucible, and they were also a legendary team for raids, for Alliance Wars, right? Where you can beat Gamma, you can beat Infestation, and you can beat pretty much any other team with Nowhere. And here we are after all of that, after Masters of Evil, after Nowhere, and now we have to build new Avengers. I'm gonna tell you right away, you should wait until the last day of whichever new legendary comes up next to make a decision if you're going to build up this team or not. I'm probably not going to build up this team, and we have to remember, because we are on this leaderboard system, it doesn't matter for us normal players. The whales, yeah, the whales are going to compete to that top 50 and so on. They're going to spend all their resources, and for us normal people, it doesn't matter because everyone will have a small new Avengers, and with that you're going to be able to get the 6 yellow, 5 yellow on the new legendary without any problem, without having to invest beyond the limits on this new trash team. So why are they so trash? Why are the new Avengers so trash? First off, they have most of their kits, like 70% of their kits, only works in Alliance Wars. Then we have the problem with the stats buffs. This is something that we have seen with Underworld and with other war teams as well, is that they get a lot of HP and damage in Alliance Wars, but outside of Alliance Wars they suck. They don't have HP, they don't have focus, they don't have anything. This is a huge problem with Underworld once again. When you get Taskmaster and Mr. Negative outside of Alliance Wars, they just don't have any HP. They get destroyed right away. Their focus is absolutely dog shit, and then because of that they have no value. Then we have other problem with these new Avengers, is that they have the opposite problem of the Hero Asgardians. Yes, the Hero Asgardians. You remember that team that was so slow, they were meaningless? Well, the new Avengers, they have the opposite problem. They are so fast that they will give you illusion that they are extremely powerful, but then at the end of the day, they are not going to be that good. They just have like 2 or 3 turns before your team has a turn, which will once again give an illusion of power. But outside of Alliance Wars, they don't have any of these, and that means you're gonna get destroyed once again, even in Blitz. For the new Avengers, it required them to have for the new Hero Asgardians. For you Asgardians, it required a character like Better Rebuild to increase their survivability, to make them good outside of Alliance Wars. But for these new Avengers, unless you are using them with Black Widow, maybe that's the goal, outside of Alliance Wars, they are not going to be good because they don't have the speed. So they are giving us this team with the illusion of power based on their kits. They're also giving us stats that only works in Alliance Wars. Outside of Alliance Wars, they have no stats. And the kits are just so bad. So speaking of the kits, let's take a look at the kits and see what they are bringing to the table. So Tigre, she's not in the game yet. She's probably going to be released with a new patch. We are not going to have a new patch for September. We'll get a new patch in October, and she should come early on that patch. We should have the new patch in the 4th of October, which is going to be on a Wednesday. So it's going to be early on in that time period. Okay, so Tigresh is going to be Hero Global Bioprotector and a new Avenger. Her basic attack is going to chain to one target, apply bleed and do piercing damage, which is usually okay. It lasts a lot longer in terms of value when they do piercing damage. With a special, she's going to apply piercing damage and do rebound chain, and with each attack she's going to apply bleed to those characters, similar to what we have seen with Black Cat and also Lady Deathstrike Ultimate. This ability will cost 7 energy and it comes full, so of course you want to use this on game modes that have a low amount of turns. So this is going to be Cosmic Crucible, Alliance Wars, Blitz. That's pretty much it. So for game modes like Raids and Dark Dimension, these characters are not going to be super recommended because of their long cooldowns. On top of that, she's going to gain Evades to a maximum of 5, and she's going to get Taunt to a maximum of 3. She's going to get Defense Up and 3 Death Proof. So she's going to be a tank, but based on the amount of Taunts and Evades that we are getting, also the amount of Defense Ups, she's probably only going to taunt for 1 turn, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, because this team is so fast, maybe your opponents are going to have like 1 turn, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now taking a look at the ultimate of Tigre. 6 energy comes with 8 energy comes with 6, yes. Attacks all enemies for normal damage, clears immunity and applies bleed for 2 turns to all targets. This sounds to me like another gamma counter, removing the immunities and so on, so not a big deal. She's going to get more evades, she's going to get more taunts, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see, the kit is not super impactful outside of Alliance Wars, pretty much a nothing burger. In Alliance Wars, of course, it's a lot better, but like I said, we don't need this team. We have so many teams right now in Alliance Wars that we can use like 20 teams on offense, and we still have another 20 or 30 teams to put on defense. It's actually pretty ridiculous. Okay, with the passive of Tigre, we have on spawn gain 2 evades for self and 1 random adjacent new Avenger ally. This is a big deal because they are forcing you to use Tigre in the corners of your team, which is not great because that will make her more susceptible to chain attacks, which is better for offense, but if you are putting this team on defense, it's not going to be as great. On a dodge, you are going to get speed bar for just 3%. Wow, this is so garbage, like 3% speed bar, really? She has a total maybe of 4 evades. Beyond that, she's not going to get that many evades. And even if she does, Like 3% is such a nothing burger that is pretty much ridiculous. Tigre is going to get more damage and health, and once again this is the problem with this team, is that outside of Alliance Wars, only her gets stats, the other characters don't get any stats, and it's terrible. Okay, now we're going to take a look at Ronin, Hero City, Skill, Brawler, New Avenger. With this basic, he's going to chain to one target, he's going to do piercing damage as well. And with his isolate attack and in Alliance Wars, he can do turn rewind, but you cannot do turn rewind to characters that are attacking you. The developers should know this already. Once again, it's another really ridiculous situation that the developers forget how their game works. You cannot give speed bar reduction to a character that is attacking you. It's just so dumb. Anyway, with a special, it costs 6 energy and comes with only 3. This is wrong. It's not 6 out of 3, otherwise you'd be able to apply this ability twice. So it's 3 energy out of 6, so you can only use this on the second turn or on the third turn of this team. And it's going to apply bleed to one target, it's going to apply stun to one target, rebound chain, apply more bleeds, cannot be counter-attacked, cannot be blocked. So once again, this is another counter against Red Hulk and the Gamma team. Ultimate No Mercy 7 energy comes full, so we're going to use this ability first. Clear revive once from the primary target and do does a similar attack like Phantom X. Was Phantom X a popular character? No, Phantom X was absolutely dog shit. So many people complained about the value of Phantom X. So guess what? We are going to exactly copy what Phantom X does and apply it to other character. Okay, at least this one applies blind to your primary target. The damage is pretty much meaningless. The blind, I guess it's going to be okay. And once again, this is going to be another Gamma counter because this character is supposed to go before Red Hulk and apply blind to him. Now you have his passive, on enemy revive, apply blind to that enemy, so this is going to stop any kind of Dormammu teams, especially Dormammu with Darkhold, so whenever you kill one of the Darkhold characters, Morgan Le Fay or so, they are going to have this blind. If Black Widow what, motherfucker? Black Widow, they are part of the Infestation team. Why are we going to use Black Widow here? So this part right away, it's dumb, it should not even be here. But it's Scopely. I think they forgot that they just released the Infestation team that requires Black Widow. They actually require that character to be there. Okay, so gain focus, New Avengers gain focus. Wow, so you don't give the health, you don't give the damage, but you give the focus. Wow, thank you very much, Scopely. So I guess the value of Ronin is justified now. Okay, Mockingbird, I'm not gonna read her kit because she's pretty much Nick Fury 2.0. She's Nick Fury, but she has a vagina. So she's gonna be a hero, global, skill, support, New Avenger, and shield. She's gonna be what? Mary Hill 2.0, Nick Fury 2.0, I don't know. With her basics, she's going to do nothing and she's going to heal up her team. With a special, she's going to do nothing and she's going to heal up her team. And then with the ultimate, she's going to do almost nothing and she's going to heal up her team. That's the gist of Mockingbird. Okay, so what she actually does is flip negative effects into positive effects, like we have seen with V-Vision, and she's going to summon a shield medic that can revive Coulson, Agent Coulson. A 50% chance or so of reviving Coulson, I don't remember exactly. You might have to do the T4 on this one, just to make sure that she always revives the Agent Coulson. In terms of the passive for Mockingbird, she's going to give offense up for 2 turns, okay, no one cares. Then she's going to apply stealth to characters that are below 50% health, yes, 50% health, and if the characters are above 75% health and stealth, then they're going to get 10% speed bar per New Avenger ally. Now, we don't know for sure if the shield minions will have the New Avenger tag or not. Probably not, and this is why these characters are shield and New Avenger. So the amount of speed bar you can get is limited to 50%, which is huge. Once again, this team is going to be strong because they are going to have 2 or 3 turns before your first character has their first turn. And once again, it's that illusion of power that they are getting because of all the additional speed bar that they gain. If you are facing a team that is extremely tanky, once again, we are talking about, Hero Asgardians. It's the same, it's the opposite situation of Hero Asgardians. If you are using a super tanky team like Darkhold against this one, if they have defense up with Safeguard on spawn, if they can absorb all this damage because they also have Deflects and Barrier, then this team will have a lot more problems dealing with, because that illusion of power gained by all the additional turns will be compromised. Let's move on to the Thing. The Thing had a very interesting rework outside of Alliance Wars. So special ability, instead of attacking twice, now is going to attack a total of 5 times for normal damage. Yes, normal damage. Then the ultimate is going to apply stun to one target. He starts with his ultimate, so this is important when you're trying to set up your AI. And with the passive, all the things that said Fantastic Four also say New Avenger now. So yeah, very interesting, right? Wow, this is definitely a game changer for the New Avengers outside of Alliance Wars. Now we have Coulson. Coulson also got a rework, increasing speed bar by 4%. Wow, I'm blown away. 3% dodge, 4% speed bar, full. Calm down, Scopely. You're gonna make these characters way too powerful. It's actually unbelievable. Okay, so with the new special, now he's going to apply heal block to bio characters and the tech characters. Once again, another gamma counter. Maybe he's also going to counter the new legendary team whenever they show up. And then with the ultimate for Coulson, now it applies offense up not only to shield but also new Avenger allies, defense up, taunt and disrupt for 2 turns rather than just 1, and gain 200% focus. And the focus for these guys is a problem. Once again, this is to counter Gamma because they get 250% resistance, so you are going to get 200% focus plus 80% focus from the passive of Ronin. Then with Coulson, instead of Alliance Wars defense, now he gives Alliance Wars as a whole, defense and offense, and on spawn immunity for shield characters and also new Avengers. Keep in mind that the new Avengers are not going to get the 120% resistance. Some funny situation is that some envoys out there, some content creators, even envoys, they think that resistance is a myth, that resistance does not work, resistance is just an illusion, but then they keep failing the attacks whenever they're facing Darkhold or new Avengers, these characters with a lot of resistance, because they keep believing in this, that, oh no, resistance is not real, and that's why I keep failing the attacks. That's why the Skirmisher as a weight, you should never use the Skirmisher as a weight. It's much better to use Raider and then failing the abilities and complaining about resistance than actually understanding how the game works. But that's one extra funny situation that I thought it was nice to mention. So as you guys can see, this team, the new Avengers, they have zero value outside of Alliance Wars. Zero, absolutely zero value. The speed bar, the extra speed stats that they are getting, it's only for Alliance Wars. So if you're expecting of getting any value for them in Cosmic Crucible, in Arena, in Raids, in Dark Dimension, it's not going to be the case. Even in Blitz, these characters are going to suck tremendously, and you'll have to pair them up with other very powerful characters that we have in game. Tigre, for example, maybe the Supernatural or something, just to make sure that they are good enough to be used in Blitz. And this is why Scopely is so scared. This is why they are so thirsty for your attention to build this team, because they are going to be so garbage. And this is why I'm going to tell you, once again, do not build the new Avengers until the last day of the event. I'm definitely going to absolutely skip them. I'm going to purchase their offers, maybe level them to level 75 just to test them out, as I always do. But beyond that, I'm not going to touch them anything. Maybe we can talk about the T4s and so on in case you want to use them in Alliance Wars, but this is definitely a team that you should avoid as much as possible. Avoid it as much as the plague, because when the company is so thirsty that they are trying to motivate you as much as possible to invest on them, that tells you everything that you need to know. It's that you should skip this team. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.